What's up, fuckers, and welcome back to another rebuild challenge here on NBA 2K22 Next Gen. Today, we are bringing back the Trading Every Player rebuilds. This is a series I pretty much do every year, and today we are starting with the Los Angeles Lakers, a team that has not quite met the expectations of what they thought they were going to be so far. So today, we're completely blowing up their roster, and we're trading everybody. Now, this is by far basically one of my favorite series that I do pretty much every year with a new 2K. We trade every single player on the roster, and we get a whole new looking, Lakers team today, any other team we're doing in the future. And of course, that brings me to my next point. I want to hear from you guys. What other teams you want me to do this with, along with any other rebuild challenges down below in the comment section. And of course, if you guys are new to the channel, man, the community, we would love to have you. Feel free to stick around a while. Hit that sub button. Without further ado, we're going to blow up this Lakers roster, something I don't think too many people would be mad about, Lakers fans, especially if that did happen right now, excluding LeBron, but he's going today. But you know what I'm saying? Let's get into it. So before we do get into trading every single player on this roster right now, one basic, huge rule that I do have about these rebuilds is that I know what the roster looks like right now. A rule that I have is you're not allowed to have any of these players back at any time for any reason. So I can't trade back for Russell Westbrook and then trade him again. That's just a big rule that I do have. But that's basically the only one we got today, and obviously the goal is to win a championship. So another way, because I actually don't know if I'm going to get any trade offers for LeBron. There are some guys that are just like that. Basically the way I do this is I actually ask Siri to pick a number 1 through whatever, because if I go over here to trades and I go to player finder, that's basically how I do it. So we have 1 point guard, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I asked them, actually I guess 10, because technically it could be any. I asked Siri to pick a number 1 through 10 and I go based off of that. And then we go ahead and find a trade for LeBron. So let's ask Siri right now. Siri, pick a number 1 through 10. Oh, it doesn't speak, but it's 1. It says it's 1 right there. All right, 1, that's a point guard, and now we're going to think of guys that I can realistically trade LeBron for, because Steph's not happening. He's just going to be untouchable. Luke is probably not going to happen, so we can start at Kyrie. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, I'll do 10 again. All right, we'll ask Siri to pick a number 1 through 10 again. It doesn't speak for whatever reason. Siri, pick a number 1 through 10. It's 5. Where did I start? I started at Kyrie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we're getting the beard. Hopefully, I'm getting the beard here. I'm going to see if they'll do it straight up. They're not interested. All right, basically, I'm just going to try to make this, go through it any way, shape, or form that I can. I'll maybe try to include another player on here. Maybe like a Trevor Ariza. They can't even do that. I'd like to not give up a first-round pick, but ultimately, at the end of the day, if this was offered to the Nets, I'm pretty sure they're taking it 10 times out of 10. Seriously? There's nothing? Okay, so now they want to give me that. Okay, that's fine. Welcome to the team, James Harden. Next player we're moving on from here is Anthony Davis. Has definitely had a down year here in LA, but hopefully still has some pretty high trade value. We only have 4 trade offers right now. I'm just going to stroll through and stop. I don't really feel like I need to shut my eyes for this one. 3, 2, and 1. We end up with Rudy Gobert and Royce O'Neal for Anthony Davis and Wayne Ellington. Our second trade is in the books. We're going to try to get these to go pretty rapid fire at this point, because obviously this does end up taking a decent amount of time. I'm actually going to throw Melo in here with Russ, kind of get a little bit, 2 guys with 1 stone. All right, 3, 2, and 1. Harrison Barnes and Buddy Hield for Russell Westbrook and Carmelo Anthony. Not exactly the trade that I was looking for. Dwight Howard, Kendrick Nunn. We're just going to keep, going off rapid fire right here. Try to get as many of these out of the way as possible. Another rule that I have here is I can't make any other trades after I make all the trades of the guys on the roster. So there's more than one rule, but you know what I'm saying. Sorry. And stop. Chris Boucher, Delano Banton, welcome to the squad. We are not done yet, though. We got to trade Taylor Horton Tucker, DeAndre Jordan, who they've actually been looking, some rumors are surfacing that they actually do want to trade him in real life, which understandably. And 3, 2, and 1. And we get Garrison Matthews and David Nwaba. That's the name of the game today, man. You don't exactly get to know what you're going to get. And it's kind of an unfortunate thing, kind of an unfortunate reality, if you will. Malik Monk, who's been unbelievable for this team so far, and, really good stretch for him. He's got to go, obviously, and stop in 3, 2, and 1. Marquise Chris, Moses Brown, welcome to the squad. And, I basically try to trade everybody. There's occasionally a couple guys that do slip through the cracks, guys that are just basically, kind of useless on these teams. I forget, is Cam Thomas on this team? No, he's not. So Avery Bradley has to go. Is Bazemore? Yeah, Bazemore's on this team. Sorry, I took a picture of it just to make sure I knew. This is going to be the final trade I do. It's the only guys that are really going to impact it in 3, 2, and 1. Alfred Payton, Abdel Nader. Let me just now double check. That's pretty much everybody with any significance on this team that's really going to affect anything. Yeah, I don't really think... Is Austin Reeves still here? No, he's not. All right, I might have missed one or two. I don't really think I did, but that's our roster for year number 1. I can't make any other moves, and obviously we don't have any other picks, so that really sucks. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and set this rotation. So it's a really weird-looking Lakers team here at the start of year number 1. It's by far not the rotation I had in mind when I was trading, LeBron, Anthony Davis, Russell Westbrook, but we do have James Harden and Rudy Gobert. So that's 2 really solid foundation pieces that we're hopefully going to be able to build upon. James Harden's overall starts to regress. I'm not even kidding, for whatever reason. He ends up at like an 85 overall to end these videos in 3-year rebuilds, so he definitely could be traded at some point. I'm not going to lie to you, but, for year number 1, we got the beard at the point guard. James Harden. I moved Buddy Hield back to the shooting guard spot. David Nwaba, Harrison Barnes, Rudy Gobert. Our bench unit, Chris Boucher, Royce O'Neal, Garrison Matthews, and Marquise Chris. Definitely not the team I was expecting. It is what it is. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 1 here in LA. First season here in LA comes to a close, and we are a 13 seed here in the Western Conference. By no means was this team a contender with this roster that we had built. It's okay, though. I'm perfectly fine with that. The thing that I am a little nervous about is I don't know the exact breakdown on what picks the Pelicans do have the rights to. Obviously, we don't reset picks. Not that one I would remember, but 2, this isn't a fantasy draft, so I don't reset picks for those of you who are probably wondering why didn't I do that. But Giannis is the MVP. Cade Cunningham, Rookie of the Year. Andre Drummond. Giannis wins Defensive Player of the Year. Daniel Gafford, Most Improved. Willie Green. Here come the Pelicans, man. Every single season I do one of these rebuilds. Standings-wise, we finished with a record of 31-51. That is not very good. We are probably in the range of projected like a pick like 6, 7, something like that. But again, I don't even know if I have the rights to it. Player stats, James Harden coming off a good year. Buddy Hield, Rudy Gobert. It is what it is. It's kind of how this roster was built. Obviously, I didn't have much control of how it was built, but it is what it is. It was a down year. It's a rebuilding year. We're hopefully going to have our pick. I actually don't know. I don't think we do. It's a Clippers-Heat finals, and the LA Clippers go on to win a championship. First one in first one in franchise history. Paul George wins his first career finals MVP as well, and we are now heading into the offseason. Hall of Fame. Any of my old players? LeBron. Wow. We trade LeBron, and he retires a year in. Wow, he couldn't handle it in Brooklyn. I guess I'm kind of happy that I traded him then. I guess, obviously I have to, but you know what I'm saying? Even if this was just a normal Lakers rebuild, if he was going to retire. Interesting. All right. Our pick is... Where the hell is our pick? Wait, what? Oh, the Grizzlies have it? That's sick. I don't know how the Grizzlies had it, but they do. That sucks. I'm not a huge Frank Vogel fan, if I'm being honest with you. I'm just really not. I mean, I think, especially with that team in the bubble. Greg Popovich is here. I legitimately think a blind orangutan could have led that team to a finals in the bubble. I don't really find him as a good head coach. Who I do think is a good head coach, though? I think Greg Popovich is a good head coach. And, we're the LA Lakers. We got boatloads. Okay, never mind. Pop doesn't want to come here. How about Mike Stauffer? We have boatloads of money coming out of our ass, so welcome to the team, Mike Stauffer. Pop would have been cool. I don't expect him to leave the Spurs anytime, though, until he retires, obviously. So, yeah, we don't have our pick this year. That kind of makes things a little bit more challenging, if you will. What I am going to do right now is absolutely destroy this roster, blow it up, and James Harden's also a free agent, so sign and trade is definitely a possibility with him. And I'll see you guys with a couple trades. So we obviously don't have our pick, and that's super unfortunate. But we're going to try to make a play here and get number 5 from Oklahoma City. I'm going to offer up Harrison Barnes. He's an expiring contract. He was really never going to be a long-term piece for this team. And ultimately, I feel like I've learned over my vast majority of experience in rebuilds that youth wins, basically. That's basically the way it goes. So if I could get this done with second-round picks, that would be ideal. I also wouldn't mind throwing in somebody down here, maybe like... Who's not expired? Maybe you want... Actually, I could maybe use Cam Thomas at some point. Anybody else not expired here? Yeah, it's a tough thing. You want David Nwaba? And how about a couple more second-round picks? This is one tough thing with the Lakers. They're just so low on picks. But we now have number 5. I basically have a ton of needs here. So I might just take best player on the board. Center's obviously not one of those needs. But we're going to glance and see who's here. Draft summary so far. It was Jabari Smith Jr., Jaden Hardy, Jalen Durant, and Chet Holmgren. So we got some options. Paolo Banchero's here. He's probably the guy I'm going to go with. He's from Duke, correct? Yes, he is. Jaden Ivey is here. He's actually really solid for me. I drafted him in a rebuild the other day. But I think Paolo Banchero's my guy. I just traded Harrison Barnes, who was my starting power forward. Welcome to the team, Paolo Banchero. He's going to be, let's check his overall for us. He's going to be a 79 overall for us, and definitely a piece of this team that we're kind of building around moving forward. Team player options, Harden's declines. That's obvious. I'm going to bring all these guys back, and honestly probably trade a lot of them for picks. Because reloading on picks is definitely something that we need to do right now. Because, again, not having picks kind of limits me what I can do trade-wise, and this team definitely needs a lot of trades. So, I'm not going to trade Cam Thomas. I actually kind of like that potential right there. But like guys like Austin Reeves, who I don't even care what year or round the picks are. Sometimes they get lucky and maybe trade for one that occasionally can hit for me. But with guys like this, Abdel Nader going back to the Celtics legend, I just don't really worry about it. Delano Banton, low-key, could have played for us, came over from Toronto. I'm not huge. Oh, I can get AO. All right, that actually seems like a smart play right there. All right, welcome to the team, which now might mean Cam Thomas is expendable, but I actually might keep him for now in a bigger trade. Garrison Matthews, though, is going to go. Royce O'Neal is going to go, and then we're going to find probably a bigger trade for Buddy Hield. But Garrison Matthews actually has 2.5-star trade value. Chicago, it's actually a Portland unprotected pick. That's cool. All right, free agency, what I'm going to do, Kyrie's here. We don't have money for Kyrie. We do have $32 million, but we are going to spend it all on James Harden, who wants $46 million fucking dollars. All right, thank God he's coming back. I'm probably going to trade him, if I'm being honest with you. We're also going to bring back Chris Boucher, who I don't mind, but also could be a pretty decent trade piece for me. I'm not going to lie, straight up could trade James Harden right now. I'm not even kidding with you. So, welcome back. We're going to make some more trades. I'll see you guys with those moves. So, this might not end up being the best trade, but you know what? I'm going to risk it today. I don't really ever get Jalen Green, and the Houston Rockets want James Harden back for God knows what reason. So, Jalen Green, we're also picking up John Wall. We do have to trade AO as well, but that is fine. We're going to go ahead, pick up Jalen Green. He's obviously the focal point of this deal. And John Wall currently, honestly, might play a year for me. I'm going to look at trade offers for him. I don't really want John Wall to play a year for me, especially on that $47 million price tag, but we don't have a point guard right now. So what I'm going to probably do is include Buddy Hield in some sort of deal. Also could move Buddy Hield back up to the small forward spot. That's, of course, always an option, but we are definitely not done making trades. So I honestly don't know why John Wall has 3.5 stars in trade value, but the Timberwolves won't offer me D'Angelo Russell. He's obviously much younger, on a cheaper price tag as well, and he's hopefully going to get nothing but better. So D'Angelo Russell, welcome to the squad. Also get Malik Beasley, who's hopefully going to be a pretty good backup here to Jalen Green. I'm definitely hoping that. So Cam Thomas honestly is expendable now. Buddy Hield, I might try to combine some assets, move Buddy Hield and Cam Thomas for a small forward. Not that Buddy couldn't move back to small forward, but I'd like to get an upgrade. So I think Mikal Bridges would bring a ton of defense to this team. I'm going to offer them Buddy Hield and Cameron Thomas. I don't know how interested they're going to be. I'm out of second round picks, so I really don't have much to offer them. I'm probably going to max this at 2. I might give you a third. That's a lot for Mikal Bridges, but they do agree to that, so welcome to the team. He is going to be my new starting small forward. So at a minimum, we have this starting 5 figured out, and it's looking a lot different from last year, so I am kind of happy in that aspect. I actually don't know if I even want to keep Moses Brown on this squad. I mean, I guess I will, because we kind of do need a backup. Royce O'Neal will back up Paolo Banchero. I do need a backup small forward. We have a backup shooting guard, so we need a backup point guard and small forward at this point. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with this team. It's looking a lot better than I honestly thought it was going to, so I really can't complain about it. But what I'm going to do is sign Gary Payton II, because I think he's probably going to have the highest trade value. And I'm going to trade him for either a point guard or small forward, and then I'll sign whichever, one I don't get. And it probably won't be anybody great, but, it is what it is. So, Gary Payton II, point guard or small forward, please. Grant Williams, Jesus Christ. And, of course, these whenever I'm looking for a certain position, I never get offered that one position that I need. Kevin Porter Jr. Honestly, disgruntled. Welcome to LA. Cool. He's going to be my backup point guard behind D'Angelo Russell, so he's not playing with Jalen Green anymore, but that's fine. So, small forward spot. Options are not exactly great, if we're being honest with each other here. I'll sign DeAndre Bembry. It's a one-year thing. He's basically not really even going to be in the rotation. He's probably going to play like 10 minutes a game. All right, it's a new-looking team here in LA. We obviously made a ton of moves, and I'm sure a couple of you are still saying, why are you trading James Harden? If I can remember, I'll show you his overall by the end of the video, and then we can get back to each other. I will see you guys at the start of year number 2 here in LA. So we obviously had a very, very busy offseason. This team is looking so different from what it did last year. We have one returning starter in Rudy Gobert, and honestly, I think it's for the best. That team last year, that core was not going to beat it, and I think this is a new direction. Hopefully, it's going to work out. D'Angelo Russell went down in overalls. I don't know why that happens. Probably because this game sucks. But D'Angelo Russell, Jalen Green, Mikal Bridges, Paolo Banchero, and Rudy Gobert. I have a lot of faith here in Banchero and Jalen Green to hopefully lead us to a championship by the end of next year. Our bench unit, Kevin Porter Jr., Royce O'Neal, Malik Beasley, Moses Brown, and DeAndre Bembry. It's not the worst bench in the world. It's not the best bench in the world. Hopefully it's serviceable enough for at least a year. Well, that is it for now. I will see you guys at the end of year number 2 here in LA, hopefully in the playoffs. Year number 2 comes to a close. It is a very good second season for us here based upon what we did last year. We're a 3 seed here in the Western Conference, number 9 in the power rankings. Jason Tatum, MVP, something I wish he was playing like right now in real life. He is not. The Celtics suck. It's a conversation for another day. Paolo Banchero, Rookie of the Year, 17 points, 10 boards, 4.5 assists. You love to see it. Wendell Carter Jr., 6th man. Anthony Davis in Utah, now Defensive Player of the Year. Colin Sexton, Most Improved, has made his way over to Washington. Willie Green, Coach of the Year. Yeah, the Pelicans are still pretty good. It's never going to change. Standings-wise, finished with a record. Wait, what? Says we're 4 here, but it says we're 3 up there. I don't know. We tied the Grizzlies record-wise. Maybe we're 3. I don't really know. But 47 and 35 was the name of the game. That's the record for us. This year's player stats on the year, D'Angelo Russell. I don't know why he's overall so low if he's playing well. Jalen Green, Paolo Banchero, Kevin Porter Jr., Rudy Gobert, Bridges. So, honestly, we don't have a ton of scorers on this team, which might become an issue. Like, obviously, you don't snap your fingers and get a guy like James Harden who can score like that, especially in his prime. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have a guy who's going to significantly put up over 20 points a game. I'm hoping maybe Banchero or Green can kind of develop into that, but obviously a Bridges or Gobert is never going to do that for me. We are a 3 seed. We have the Denver Nuggets here in round number 1. Take a look at the roster right now. Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Michael Porter. That yellow is in the, like, if you're going to make like that backdrop yellow, make the lettering black. Like, why would you put white lettering on it? It just looks horrible. All right, we're 1-1 with them right now in round number 1. We go up 2 games, 3-1, and can we close them out in 5? Yes, we do. Moving on here to the 7 seed in Minnesota Timberwolves. Why are they yellow too? Is this like a glitch going on right now? I don't know, but that's really annoying. Interesting core there in Minnesota. We are up 2-1 against them right now. We go up 3-1, and we're moving on to the West Finals. And here come the big bad Pelicans. This must be a glitch. There's no way it's always yellow, and I've just never noticed it. They added Bradley Beal. That's not fun. They're probably going to smoke us. I really wouldn't be surprised if we got swept. Nonetheless, our run comes to an end. How did you get Bradley Beal? I guess he was a free agent. I don't know. Congrats to Fat Boy Zion. Probably going to eat his way out of the NBA at this point. On the Finals MVP. All right, we'll reject this. I hope, dude, there's no way they have like his updated weight in this game. Thank God they should. But lottery, we're not hitting anything right now. I don't think Rockets, Thunder, Magic, your top 3. It's Rockets, Magic, Jazz. Looks like Anthony Davis going to get himself a young star to play next to. All right, Mike Stauffer has 100% ratings in every category. He's obviously not the problem. We're going to move up to the draft right now, where I don't think we have any picks this year. We actually have number 26 from the Trailblazers. I will move that for a future first from the Milwaukee Bucks. And we definitely have to make a trade or two. I'm going to bring everybody back here, and we're definitely going to have to be in the trade market. I do want to bring KPJ back. Obviously, he can't really have a big blow-up issue, walk out of a game here in 2K. D'Angelo Russell could be a sign and trade piece for me. It's not that I don't love D'Angelo Russell. I actually do really like him a lot. I just don't know if he's going to be a core piece for this team that now needs to win a championship. Oh, okay, so they traded for Bradley Beal unless they signed him to a 1-year deal. I don't know. If he leaves the Timberwolves, the Pelicans, that's a home run for me. We obviously don't have any cap space, which is super unfortunate. Welcome back to the team, D-Lo and KPJ. We're going to make some trades. We'll see you guys with the move. So I know this is kind of going against what I just said. I said we needed to trade for a guy that can score 20-plus points a game, and that's obviously not Lonzo Ball right now, but we're getting a huge upgrade in the playmaking department. And again, it's nothing against D'Angelo Russell. I just think Lonzo Ball's a huge upgrade, both player-wise, talent-wise, and overall-wise here in the game. So I'd be willing to give up a couple first-round picks. I think I think defense is basically going to be the name of our game today. I mean, if you take a look at this lineup defensively, Lonzo, Bridges, Gobert, I mean, it really doesn't get much better than that. So, what I am going to do right now is probably go ahead and sign a backup small forward. I'm great with Kevin Porter Jr. and maybe a backup center. I don't love having Gobert on this team. I don't really ever love having Gobert in general. He's making $41 million. He does have 3 or 4 stars, though. So, that's like one thing we have going for us. This is not happening. We have options. We definitely have options. De'Aaron Fox could be fun, but again, we don't really need him. What the fuck? What are some of these trades? Like, where I don't even know where these come from. Yeah, we're not trading Rudy Gobert. There's just really nothing out there that I would really want to take. So what I'm going to do right now is our bench actually is pretty good. It's actually not that bad. Small forward and backup center. I'm going to worry more about the small forward spot because that's definitely an upgrade we need. I'm probably going to sign the highest overall in Kelly Olynyk and then trade him. Is his overall go up if you move into the power forward spot? I know it used to, obviously, but yeah, it goes up a bit. Kelly Olynyk looking to trade for a small forward. And then I'm just going to sign a backup center. It doesn't really matter. And that's what we're going with. Furkan Korkmaz, not really exactly who I was looking for. Josh Richardson has been... Oh, this is per 36 numbers. Like, what the fuck? He's been okay for the Celtics. He hasn't been great. Neither for the Celtics, but I'm not getting into that right now. Korkmaz is 26. Coming off a pretty good year. Welcome to the team. All right, he's going to be my backup small forward. The center option, or the center market, I guess, if you will. Not great. Alex Len for a year is fine. I'm going to glance and see if I really want to make any other moves. I don't really think I'm going to. I'm comfortable with how this team's looking, and honestly, we're kind of taking an approach that I really don't take very often. So we're not going to score a ton of points, but hopefully we're not going to let the other team score a lot of points as well. That's the name of the game. I'll see you guys at the start of the third and final year. Start of year number 3 here in LA. This is how the final team is going to look. We're not making any moves. We technically don't even have a 90-plus overall. But you know what? I'm excited. We didn't, sign the blockbuster free agent. We didn't make the huge trade, but we did a bunch of small things, and overall this team got better, I would say. So that's how it's going to look here for the final season. Lonzo Ball, Jalen Green, Mikal Bridges, Paolo Banchero, Rudy Gobert. Our bench unit, KPJ, Furkan Korkmaz, Malik Beasley, Royce O'Neal, and Alex Len. It's not the best team in the world. It's not the worst team I've ever had. I will see you guys at the end of year number 3. Our third and final year was a pretty good one, at least regular season-wise. We're a 1 seed here in the Western Conference, number 1 in the power rankings. Nikola Jokic made his way over to Dallas to be the next big European great over there. Congrats to you. It wasn't Tingus Pingus, that's for sure. He's been good, but he's not what everybody thought it was going to be. Victor Wembanyama, your rookie of the year in Orlando. Ty Washington, potentially the greatest name I've ever heard. 6th man of the year in Indiana. Giannis Antetokounmpo, defensive player of the year. Ty, also most improved. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. Stauffer, we won 66 games. Huh, I'll be. All right, let's take a look at the standings-wise. 17 games up on the Pelicans, so I'm really hoping lost Bradley Beal. Hopefully we don't even have to find out. Jalen Green finally taking that next step. 24 points a game. Banchero, Lonzo Ball, KPJ, Gobert, Bridges. I like this team. I like it. Again, we took a different approach. Kind of felt a little obsolete, if you will, in today's video, but I'm happy with it. Playing is Sim, but we got Minnesota. Wall, if I can even see who I'm playing against. Good Lord. We lose game 1 against them. We win game 2. I would like to get this. Okay, come on here. I don't want to stress. All right. Well, shit happens. It happens. And of course. Oh, I'm happy Ben Simmons took 20 minutes away from his mental health crisis, probably sitting on a throne of $30+ million. Maybe looking at old pictures of him and Kendall Jenner to go out and win a championship. Congrats to you, Ben. All right, well, we're going to call that one a video. The trading every player rebuilds have, kicked off. They didn't, end the way I wanted the first one to, but hey, there's always tomorrow. That wraps up this one. Of course, if you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below. I would greatly appreciate it. As always, you guys are new around here, man. Feel free to subscribe to the channel, join the community. Let me know what team you want me to do next with the trading every player rebuilds, along with any other rebuild videos you guys do have. That wraps up this one. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. We'll see you guys all in the next one.